Hello and welcome to Superhuman Bikes tutorial on how to assemble your Champ electric dirt bike. First off, we're going to find some sort of tire iron, flathead screwdriver, or pry bar to open up the box. After you've removed the wood paneling from all sides, you're able to cut the plastic straps off of the cardboard packaging and remove the cardboard box by lifting it up off the pallet. Be careful that when lifting the box that none of the loose items fall out of the box. Once the cardboard is removed, you can set aside the items inside, such as the plastic fairings and the wheel, off to the side for use later in the assembly. Start by unwrapping the Champ. There should be a fair amount of plastic and styrofoam on the bike. Remove all of the plastic and styrofoam from the bike. The most useful and important part of this assembly is going to be the Superhuman toolkit, which comes with every kind of bit and tool that you'll need to assemble your Superhuman Champ. In addition, you'll find the high voltage charger inside that you can use to charge your battery as you assemble your Champ. Remove the seat from the bike and remove all the plastic. We won't put this on now, but we're going to get it ready to attach. Next, we're going to remove the top cover for the Champ and set it aside. This also includes your USB charging port. The next step is going to be attaching the handlebars to your Champ. We're going to remove the retaining plate by using the appropriate bits. You can use the guides on your handlebar to ensure that the bike handlebars are centered. Tighten down the handlebars by using a figure 8 pattern so you can ensure that the pressure is evenly distributed across all the screws holding the handlebars in place. Next, we're going to attach the left brake levers. Start by removing the screws holding the retainer bracket for the brake handle lever and insert it in between the display and the controller on the left side of the handlebars. Following, we're going to attach the throttle to the right side of the handlebars. On the right side of the handlebar, there is a hole that you will drive the screw retaining the throttle. This will ensure that the throttle does not move when you're using the Champ. After you attach the base of the throttle onto the handlebars, we're going to attach the throttle protective cover to the left of the throttle. This is going to be tensioned in by 2 bolts. Make sure that these are tightly attached onto the handlebars. Following, we're going to attach the kill switch onto the right side of the handlebars, directly left of that throttle housing. Make sure that the wire is positioned over the handlebar and the kill switches are attached properly. Then we are going to attach the right brake lever onto the handlebars, directly left of the kill switch. Make sure you're able to comfortably reach the brakes. Following the attachment of the handlebars, we're going to attach the foot pegs and kickstand on the left side of the bike. Start by removing the 2 screws, as pictured here. Once removed, position the foot pegs and kickstand onto the bike and attach with your preference of tools and an appropriate bit size. Following the left pegs, we're going to attach the right foot pegs as well by removing those 2 screws, attaching the foot peg onto the grommets, and then fastening appropriately to a very decent tension. Next, we're going to prepare the axle for the front wheel. Start by loosening the 4 bolts shown here, and then take the 2 end caps for the axle off with the appropriate bit. Set these 2 pieces down somewhere near and safe. Before we attach the wheel, we're going to have to remove the ratcheting straps from the bike. De-ratchet all straps. This will result in the bike rebounding to its extended length. To make installation of the front wheel easy, remove the battery and set it aside. You can start charging your battery as you assemble the rest of your bike. The next step is going to be attaching the USB pin. We're going to remove the 2 screws as pictured here, one on the left side of the bike and one on the direct right, so you can access this white pin. With that top panel, attach the wires. You're going to drag that behind the panel and then reattach with those 2 bolts that you just removed. Reattach the inside paneling and make sure that it is retaining all wires. After attaching the USB pin, we're going to remove the 2 screws that will retain the top plate. Once removed, position the housing holding the USB charger onto the appropriate axis. Reattach the screws, ensuring that it is attached securely. Next, we're going to attach the fairings on both sides of the top fairing. Remove all 4 bolts and slide the plastic fairings on the left and right until you hear a click. Once attached securely, you can reinsert those screws. Make sure that these are attached securely and do not move. Repeat this for both sides. Once attached, we are going to grab our seat, which we have removed all the plastic from, and attach it onto the fairings as well. There are 4 bolts that will retain the seat. Remove them, insert the bolts, ensuring that the seat does not move and is secured tightly. Following the seat, we're going to remove the front axle by tapping it out using the tools in your kit.
Pull up?
When removed, place the bike gently down onto the wood. Don't freak out if your forks twists, as this will be remedied once we place the wheel in. Before we attach the wheel, we're going to attach the plastic fairing. Remove the 3 bolts and align your front fender with the bolts. Secure these 3 bolts and ensure that the 2 plastic guides insert into the plastic fairing receivers on the light header. Our last step will be attaching the front wheel. Take your axle guides and attach them onto both the brake disc side of the wheel and the opposite side. These are going to guide your axle onto the suspension fork. Before attaching, make sure to remove the brake stopper so you can insert the brake disc rotor into the brake assembly. With help, lift the bike up and position the fork to align with those guides on the wheel. Make sure that the disc rotor is on the left side of the wheel. When ready, take your axle and insert into the right side or left, whatever is easiest. You might have to tap the axle in and make sure it is aligned on both sides, but should go in quite easily. Once inserted, reattach both end caps to retain the position. Following this, tighten the 2 bolts on each side. If you notice that your axle is not fully centered into the housing, after you tighten these 4 bolts, you can take that bit again and tighten the appropriate side even more to ensure that your wheel is securely attached. This will align the axle in the housing. And that's it. That is the full assembly of the Champ. Following your assembly, make sure to do a safety check on the bike before you ride it and make sure all parts that assembled are secured tightly. We suggest you take your bike to a local bike shop or dirt bike dealership to make sure that all components are securely attached. The Champ is a performance machine, and failure to assemble correctly can result in serious bodily harm or injury. Please take your Champ to a dirt bike shop and/or electric bicycle shop to make sure that all the components are securely attached and safe to ride. We hope you enjoy your Champ, and if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to support@superhumanbikes.com.